Hello and welcome to the Happily Committed channel. If this is your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Coach Danny, and I'm one of the head coaches here at the Happily Committed Project. And we created this channel for you to help you through anything that you are going through, give you recommendations, help you with strategies, walk you through the difficult time you are probably going through, because my assumption would be if you are here on this channel, it is because A, you are trying to look for a solution to a problem, or B, you're just wanting to learn more about how to have a successful relationship. And if that is the case, you have come to the right place. We cover a multitude of different topics, subjects, and a lot of it actually comes from viewers like you. So again, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you get the videos and our content and the notifications every time we post something new. We post something new usually every single week, so just be on the lookout for that. So, like I said, we cover a multitude of different subjects. We cover infidelity, communication issues, intimacy issues, breakdown with relationships in general. And today, specifically, I wanted to talk about the subject of infidelity. And this is a question that I get so frequently in my one-on-one coaching sessions. And it is, how do I tell my partner that I cheated? Unfortunately, this is something that happens quite often and something that we work with quite frequently. But the difference here is that as horrible, right, as the act of cheating may be for the person who was on the receiving end of it, and even the person who did it, sometimes the act itself results in a better relationship, because sometimes it's the wake-up call that people need. Now, I know that is a very controversial statement, and I know for some people that may be triggering, and I know for some people you might be thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Cheating is horrible, cheating is bad. If you cheat, there's no coming back from it. And hey, I respect the way that you think about that, right? That everybody's allowed to have their own opinion about the situation, but I've been working with couples for quite some time now in the field of infidelity and working through the cheating, and I have seen relationships come out stronger in the end because it was the wake-up call that they needed. So again, what are we talking about today? We are talking about how to tell your partner you cheated. So here is the first thing that you want to do. The first thing is complete and total transparency. Transparency is key in this situation, right? Being open and being honest about the situation. But before you speak to your partner about the affair, make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. And what I mean by that is you should really take time to sit down and reflect what happened. Most of the time when we cheat, we try to forget as much as we possibly can, right? Because there's shame attached to it, there's guilt, there's resentment with ourselves for having gone through with the act. So our brain automatically tries to create these defense systems where we forget about the details of what happened. But let me tell you what will happen if you express to your partner, if you communicate to your partner what happened and you don't have some of the details, they'll think that you're lying. They'll think that you're keeping more information from them, even though, truthfully, you're being as honest as you possibly can. And this usually happens because people do not take the time to sit down and really think about the situation, to really sit with what happened and your thoughts and reflect and be a little bit more introspective. So take the time to think about the event, as difficult as that may be, and try to recall as many things as you can so that when you do present the information to your partner, you are able to provide them with the answers to the questions they may have, and they may even ask for the details. It really just kind of depends. I've had many circumstances and situations with clients where their partners come to them and ask for the details, and they can't recall any of it, and it digs a deeper hole. So take the time to think. The second thing is pick the right time and place, right? It would be unfortunate if you decided to tell your partner in the middle of dinner at a restaurant. Not the right time or place. I actually The reason why I say that is because I recall a circumstance with a client of mine, and he came to me and was trying to fix the mistakes that he had made in telling his partner about the infidelity. And for him, he thought he was doing the right thing because he was being completely transparent and honest, right? The bad part was that he decided to express that or tell his partner what happened in the middle of dinner at a restaurant. And you and I can both imagine that that probably did not go very well. So pick the right time and place and make sure that it is a safe and secure space. Make sure it is there's a level of privacy that's involved here, because you want to also respect how your partner feels about the situation, and you don't want to further embarrass them by having them react to the information in the news in public, where people can see and observe and witness and all these types of things. You know, they're already feeling incredibly vulnerable because they've just been given this information, and now they're in front of all these other people who are witnessing what's happening. So pick the right time and place. And this also applies for you as well, right? This is a difficult thing that you're going to have to tell your partner. So you also want to feel like you can openly share and discuss these things without fear of other people observing you, watching you, judging you, any of those types of things, right? So pick the right time and place. The third thing is, do not get defensive. I see this all the time, where the person who committed the infidelity, right, who had the affair, decides to tell their partner what happened, and then they immediately get defensive. Don't get defensive. Understand that your partner is being hit with a ton of bricks right now, and their emotions are probably going to be all over the place, and they're probably going to say things that are not so nice, but you have to understand and put yourself in their shoes and be empathetic to the fact that they are really feeling disarmed. They are feeling vulnerable. They are feeling pain and anguish from the situation. And again, you know, this doesn't take away from how you're feeling as well, but understand, if you get defensive in this situation, it is not going to make anything any better. You're actually going to make the situation worse. So express to them what happened, give them the information, and allow them to have their moment. The fourth thing is, be clear and concise. Don't try to over elaborate about the situation, right? And that's where the sitting and thinking and reflecting really comes into play, right? So if you are able to sit and reflect and think about the details and what happened, you're able to deliver the message a little bit more clearly and a little bit more concisely, because the biggest mistake that most people make is they don't sit down, they don't think, they don't reflect, and they immediately just kind of vomit all over their partner what happened, and they're not ready for the questions that are coming their way. They're not ready for the reaction. So do not be that person. Don't put yourself in that situation. Practice what you want to say, think about what you want to say, and deliver it as clearly and concisely as you can without all the extra fluff, so that you get straight to the point. Because at the end of the day, as soon as you deliver that news, your partner's mind is probably going to go in a million different directions. So it's going to be very difficult for them to focus on what it is you are telling them in that moment. So make it as short and concise and clear as you possibly can. And the last thing is, respect your partner's wishes. If they want you out of the house, if they want you sleeping on the couch, if they feel like they need time and space to be able to process what you just told them, and they ask you to not communicate with them, you have to respect your partner's wishes. Because if you do not, and if you try to push, and if you try to solve, and if you try to fix immediately, you're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot. Because now, not only have you crossed boundaries in the relationship in regards to stepping outside of the relationship and having intimacy or an affair with somebody else, but now you're not even respecting the boundaries that your partner is trying to set in that moment, so that they can protect themselves and really process what's going on. So make sure that you are not overstepping boundaries. Make sure you are respecting what your partner is asking you to do. As difficult as that may be, and as hard as it may be to accept that, it is a must. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. maybe you want to know a little bit more, right? Maybe you want some more details. Maybe you feel like you need a little bit more information. You can visit us at www.happily committed.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other subjects as well. Even in this video, drop a comment down below. I love to read the comments. I love to see what you guys have to say. I love to interact with you guys. I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. And I actually take a lot of what you guys say and apply it to the videos that I create on this channel. So tell me about your experience. Have you experienced this? Have you been through a circumstance like this? Do you know somebody who's been through a circumstance like this? This is an open forum. So leave your comment down below so that I can take a look at it and, maybe we can start a dialogue or a conversation. Maybe you feel like your situation is a little bit different and you need a little bit more assistance or a little bit more support. I am more than happy to do a one-on-one coaching session with you, and you can book your coaching session on the website as well. Again, my name is Danny. I am your life and relationship coach. This is the Happily Committed Project. This is the channel that we've created for you to help you. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.